Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corners, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 2 of uh, let's go, let's do it, let's just do it. And this is kind of an introduction of what's going to happen on Wednesday of this week. I was gonna stop because I'm not sure if there's gonna be trolls or if there's gonna be confidentiality issues. But what I'd like to do is I would like to have people email me their situation or their example of frustration or hurt or brokenness or feeling alone. Just a real short example, maybe 3 sentences, and I will read it for you and leave you anonymous so that you do not feel as if you are, if there are people that are not kind or want to know who you are or whatever, that you stay anonymous. So yeah, so there's an email in my initial Kathy's Corners description box, and I'll put it in this one as well. And what I wanted to talk about today is my group, Kathy's Corners, Seed in the Sand, and what we're going to do when you email me, if you email me, or if you choose to partake, otherwise I'll just use examples of my own, is first an introduction to the problem, 2 or 3 sentences, and then second part would be, how does this make you feel? How does it make you feel physically? How does it make you feel emotionally? How does it make you feel spiritually? And use I statements. I feel as if because of something that happened to me, I feel hurt. I feel abandoned. I feel harmed in some way. And please don't make it real traumatizing. Just keep it real, on the surface, because I'd hate to make somebody go through a lot of pain. What I'm thinking of when I say, kind of like, how are you feeling? This might be a longer video. This is what I was talking about yesterday from Cardinal Dolan. When I was in my lowest point, I went to him and he gave me this rosary. He gave me his personal rosary. And he wasn't a cardinal at the time. He was an archbishop. But I was so honored to have this beautiful rosary from him, of all people, for him to give me his rosary. So I kept it with me everywhere. I've talked about this before in the past, but I'll explain the situation. I went through a hard time, kept it with me everywhere, prayed the rosary as best as I could. It's hard to remember all those prayers, so I just kind of put my heart into it, saying, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm experiencing, I'm broken, I'm feeling so sad. And I kept it with me all the time. And I had it in my pocket, and it went through the wash, and it went through the dryer, and it broke into pieces. It broke into every piece, was separated into a bead. And I was shattered. I ruined it. And so I put it in a box, a little, little 3x3 box, and put it in my jewelry box. And there it sat for 10 years, 12 years. And that was at the house where I was with my husband. And then when I was at my new place, it was 2020, and I was feeling really well, I was having a lot of problems again and having a lot of things resurface. So I asked for my jewelry box, and in the jewelry box was that little box, that little 3x3 box. And I opened the box, and all the beads were put together again. And I can't explain it, and nobody touched it. Nobody did this. Somebody did this, but nobody on earth did that because my husband never touched my jewelry box. So you tell me, what what's a miracle? You know, what define a miracle? How do you explain this? You know, so I take that as God's trying to tell me something. You know, I have a mission. I have a reason to be here. I have a purpose, and you have a purpose, and we all have purpose. Sorry, I'm getting the chills. And maybe my purpose is this channel and this group. And sorry, just getting back into my parts here. Okay, so part 1 is the introduction to the problem. Part 2 is how does this make me feel? I feel statements. If you feel broken like that rosary, tell me you feel broken, but do it in like 2 or 3 sentences, not real long, because these videos can't go on too long. And then 3, how does that make you feel broken? Oh, so the I feel statements are step part 2. Part 3 is the how that makes you feel broken, like that rosary bead. You know, a rosary bead has to come back together piece by piece by piece. And I don't know how it came back together, but it did. And then part 4 would be other people's input in the comment section. We're going to give tools such as, if you followed me all this way, I've had a lot of tools of, you know, get back up, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Volleyball's coming at your head, lifeguards, you know, people going like this and carrying you down. One baby step at a time, just getting out of bed in the morning is a baby step. Taking a shower is a baby step. Brushing your hair is a baby step. You know, all these baby steps you can take. Or buckets. I've talked about buckets. Do your part and then let it go. And if you can't do your part and let it go, then make a plan, do your part and let it go. What are some other tools? Just positive input, you know, positive outlets. That's what I'm looking for the tools. And then part 5 is a healing spirit card. I'm going to draw a card for you from Gordon Lowe's healing spirit deck. And then the 6th part is envisioning your brokenness healed. You know, I mean, envision yourself back together again. Entirely perfect. Imperfectly perfect. I hope this makes sense. And then part 7 would be expect a miracle. All is possible with God. So vision yourself being perfect in God's eyes. Vision yourself overcoming whatever challenge is in your way. Overcoming, you know, like with me and my parents, I think I've talked about them. You know, I'm kind of intimidated by my parents sometimes, and you know, you don't have to be intimidated by your parents. You don't have to be intimidated by anybody, because we're all children of God. We're all parts of a piece of the pie, and we all have an individual bead in that rosary. And so, yeah, so expect a miracle. Expect that it's going to come back together. It's going to come back together. Vision that. So that's, sorry, I get really passionate about this. But that's my plan for the group. Start with a small problem. You break into a bead. You break that rosary into beads, little beads, and then something beyond our control weaves that back together again and makes us whole. And we just envision that. And then after we do the tools and the parts, we're going to read a part of this book. This is a complete works of Florence Shinn, but I'm going to be reading from her book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. So just little parts of her book that I find really intriguing. So that's going to be through week 1 through week 10. And I will definitely give her all the credit. And I will give God all the credit. And for those readings. And just like I do with Gordon Smith, give him all the credit for all that healing that he's doing. So that is my plan. And I hope that it makes sense first and works second, that there isn't a problem with confidentiality or trauma or people that are not, like, if they get a bad comment or something like that, I can't control every comment. So I pray that this is meant to happen. I mean, this rosary that I have maybe is what I'm supposed to do with my life, is find that brokenness, those broken pieces, and put them back together again somehow. I mean, not me personally, but you're kind of in Reiki, you're kind of that, what's the word? You're that energy, that conduit between you and something higher than yourself. And maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. So, all right. So these are the Healing Spirit cards. And they look like this. And it's from Gordon Smith. And the intention I'm setting today is for my group. Is this really supposed to happen? Are we really going to make this happen? And, sorry, it's dark in here. I got to turn the light on. This is the card I picked. And it says, universal love is true love, so love all. I like that. Just 1 second. I'm going to flip the light switch on. Sorry. I know. It's bright in here. All right. So, universal love is true love, so love all. The love you have for yourself and others is to be appreciated, enjoyed, and shared whenever possible. It is only when tested that you doubt the true power of love. The guardian spirits are telling you that love isn't something you will fall in and out of, but become part of. They are saying that when you are truly becoming one, love. They are saying that when you truly become love, you expand in a spiritual way and reawaken your soul. After this, nothing is ever the same again. You are open to giving love and being loved in return. So I know that a lot of people might use examples of, does this person love me? Parental issues like I have, or maybe it's, spousal or partnerships or relationships that are painful and harmful. I'll do my best, I'll do my best to help, but, in the end, We all have to rescue ourselves. Nobody rescued me. Nobody brought me to this point. Nobody told me what to do. I had to do this for myself, and I followed God's, you know, intention for my life. And this is this is big. You know, this is really big for me, to say I'm meant to come together again. I'm meant to become one again. I'm not broken. I'm not in pieces. I'm together. So, sorry, picking up something here. All right. So I wish you a lot of love today, and I wish you a lot of joy, and I hope that I get some practice examples of different situations real quick, you know, like I said, so the videos don't get too long. But yeah, I'm sorry for the longer video today. Have a good day.